My next Patreon question is from Sonia, who is curious about the status of an upcoming Disney movie. The publicity surrounding the live-action remake of Disney's Snow White has gone from bad to worse. From the way I see it, this is a bomb just waiting to happen, and Disney should just cut their losses and shut down production. Are they not doing so out of a sense of sunk cost fallacy? Ever since this movie has been announced, there has been a lot of discussion about it. A lot of it negative from online types, and especially from those YouTube channels that love to be reactionary. I personally think a lot of it is absurd, and it's annoying that because the movie's been pushed a whole year to March 2025, we're going to continue hearing about it. Most of the ire has been directed at Rachel Zegler for how she has talked about the movie. The big sticking point for many is that she mentioned being scared of the animated film when she was younger, which strikes me as a very normal reaction to that movie. Even Walt Disney himself wondered if the images of the Queen turning into the witch and Snow White running through the scary forest were frightening children in the audience. In doing a bit of research, I found a New York Times article published during the movie's re-release in 1987 about whether it was too scary for children, and Roy E. Disney is quoting the article saying the movie scared him when he saw it at age 7. Walt's own nephew was scared by Snow White, so it's weird for people to spin Zegler's own childhood reaction to the film as a negative. She has said that she eventually watched it many times after that. People have gotten strangely personal, even calling her entitled for wanting to be paid fair streaming residuals during an actor's strike, where that was one of the main sticking points. I think part of what's going on is that Rachel Zegler is just an overly enthusiastic theater kid, and that seems to rub people the wrong way, I guess. So you have those floating the idea that she is somehow box office poison. However, the new Hunger Games movie has been successful, and she is one of the main stars. Her prominence in the trailers and posters did not hurt that film's box office, so I don't think she will hurt Snow White either. There were also rumors that the film would not feature the Seven Dwarfs, and a set photo of what are obviously stand-ins made its way through the internet. However, Disney recently revealed this publicity photo featuring the Seven Dwarfs, probably to squash those false rumors. You even have fake news websites saying that Disney was going to reshoot the entire movie with a new actress, even going so far as to say that Jenna Ortega would take over the role. You know, the actress who reportedly dropped out of the next Scream movie because of scheduling conflicts with the second season of Wednesday? That one. Ortega also does not strike me as the kind of actress to throw another young Latin American actress under the bus like that. They've already filmed the entire movie, which is supposedly an expensive one. They are not going to replace the lead actress and refilm it. Disney has also probably noticed the enormous backlash Warner Bros. Has received for scrapping completed and almost completed films. Of course, the big question is if the live-action Snow White remake has a chance of being successful. Disney is admittedly in a strange place right now. The kinds of movies that used to be a guarantee for them are not necessarily doing well at the box office these days. And you can bet after this year, they're probably looking at the upcoming slate and figuring out how to turn the tide. They'll be looking at budgets in addition to marketing. The budget for Snow White is reportedly around $200 million, which is par for the course for Disney's tentpole releases these days. So it'll need to make a considerable amount to break even, and I do think that's been a problem for Disney lately. One feather in the film's cap is that one of the principal writers just directed a massive billion-dollar movie. That film was Barbie, directed by Greta Gerwig, who has an impressive Midas touch. Apart from one independent film made early in her career, every movie Gerwig has written has been critically acclaimed. Of course, on Snow White, she's just one cog, and probably does not have as much creative say as she did on Barbie or Little Women. However, considering her track record so far, there's a chance director Mark Webb and the producers have not meddled too much with her material. Hopefully. And for all the talk online of people getting tired of the Disney remakes, The Little Mermaid still managed to get to about $570 million worldwide. Not Beauty and the Beast or The Lion King numbers, obviously, and the massive budget meant it was hardly profitable for the Mouse House. But that's still a lot of people who went to see it. Snow White is still a long way away from release, so I don't think we'll have a real idea of how the public will react to the movie until the marketing revs up, and finally when opening weekend hits. I guess we'll wait and see what happens. Thank you for your question, Sonia.